up, my guys? We are back. This is the Juice Box with episode 166. Temperatures really dipped today. It was warm all week, and that's my weather update. Big Czar, what's up? What's up? Good to be here. Sith, what's up?
Hey, man, I'm out here just, kicking, enjoying. Well, am I enjoying? No. You know what? It's been a weird week. We had some good weather. Then we have today's weather.
Yep.
And overall, looking at the grand scheme of things, it's been a really fucking weird winter.
It's been the weirdest winter I can remember in a while. Even though I know a couple years ago we had some 70-degree Christmases and stuff, but for it to be like this in February is definitely strange.
Yeah, and I have fleece-lined joggers on right now that I got from China. And it's kind of disrespectful that an XL in China, you get it sent and it says 3X, and I'm like, fuck, because it makes you feel like a fat ass, and then I put them on, and I'm like, man, these are kind of tight. And to think that a 3X person in China is my size at an XL.
Wow. Think
Kinda
about
tough.
what Chinese size does Yao Ming wear then? Probably like an 8X?
Custom.
Gotta be.
Boys gotta be custom.
Gotta be.
Yeah, so I agree with you guys though with the weather. Very odd. We had the windows open a couple days ago. I think you had a window open as of late as yesterday. It felt good outside.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, even this morning earlier when I took Hazel out, I had shorts on, a hoodie, felt great outside. Probably 2 hours later, I went outside, thought it was going to freeze to death.
Yeah, today was weird because it started off pretty mild and it just dipped the whole day.
Yeah.
It just sunk. But I think it's supposed to be pretty decent again tomorrow, so it's going to go back up. It's just really, truly is strange, and it just makes me think, anyone that thinks global warming is a myth, I
What's
don't know.
that?
That's just wild.
And I'm sure this cloud of chemicals in Ohio right now probably are.
Yeah,
help.
dude. I mean, what a fucked up situation. Really, I truly just feel I feel bad for those people in that town, but also the surrounding however many mile radius, and even down our way, it's not great.
I agree. And Brady told me that I guess up in Steubenville, one of the chemicals already tested positive in the river, which I mean sucks because he was like, well, it's not one of the severe ones. And in my head, I'm thinking I just don't want any chemicals in my water.
It was detected here in Wheeling. Did you see
sure.
that?
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
They detected it. They were proactive about it. They did whatever. They shut off the one system, diverted whatever until they weren't detecting it anymore. And they haven't detected it since. I guess the water department is testing the river every 2 hours.
Good.
And they're going to continue to do that until well after the time where we should be safe.
I hate to be this guy. I don't like to be negative. I don't like to be the Debbie Downer here, but I just don't see there being a way for this to become fixed until it naturally just runs its course.
Dude, that's going to be impossible.
I know.
The actual town it happened in is going to be fucked up for years and years.
Which there was a video that I'm sure you've seen it, and you might not have, but this woman just goes up to one of the creeks in East Palestine, and water's running, and the water looks normal. She throws a massive rock in it, and literally the chemicals come up, and it looks like it looks when there's an oil spill at a gas station on the ground.
Yep.
And it was just coming up in bubbles every which way.
Awful, man.
That's all I needed to see to realize
it's fucked.
Our water's fucked.
It's fucked. It really is. So for the time being, again, I don't want to sound like one of those fucking people that's just living sheltered and
For sure.
scared. But for the time being, definitely just drinking bottled water. It sucks. You got to bathe and stuff. And again, like I said, the water department said they stopped detecting it. So,
yeah.
but still, yesterday, the rain all day was kind of freaky because you know where that traveled from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The rain was a big deal.
Yeah, and I'm sure too that something I didn't even think about is the rain. The whole rain portion of it. Because when, what's the word? When it gets sucked up in the clouds or whatever and rains back down,
Yeah.
There's not a filter.
I think that's the bigger issue than the river pollution, because like the river is going to continue to flow.
Yeah.
So dilution's going to happen just like every second almost at whatever rate. So like that's not as concerning to me, because that's going to keep flowing and eventually that's going to be clear. It's the air pollution and then the rain clouds that I think is more concerning.
Well, not even just that. And then once it rains, that water is absorbed by the soil.
Exactly.
And then we're looking at, like, we got to take it back to the Lion King. It's the whole circle of life. And, like, everything's affected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it makes me think, like, people that have, like, their own home gardens, should you probably, like, scrap this crop you got?
I know that.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
what's
all
hard.
these little things.
Because
should you be exposing yourself?
If we're drinking bottled water and we're drinking water, great. But we're still showering with this water.
Yeah.
So what are going to be the skin effects? What are going to be the effects, like you guys are saying, when crops are trying to grow? Like, how does that affect the food? What are the effects of that massive black cloud that's just floating above East Palestine right now with the chemicals in it? And it's just weird that this is how I know it's serious, when you don't see this. This should be front page on everybody's awareness right now. And all of these news sites, in my opinion, are doing a good job of mentioning it, but just saying that there's nothing to worry about and they're pushing it to the side.
Right.
I think that comes down to, like, the lobbyists that, like, kind of run the railroads and whatnot, because, I mean, they're the ones that are at fault here. And I think, I didn't look too deep into it, but, like, Norfolk, which is right by East Palestine, they were one of the people to lobby against, like, the union. So like the one stuff that's happening shouldn't be happening, but they paid for the shortcut. They have money to stop the media from posting whatever.
Yeah, from what I've read, it was completely like human error. Certain precautions weren't followed properly, like when it comes to all that stuff. And then, did you see they held like a big town hall meeting and the railroad company didn't show?
Well,
the railroad company, to like offer compensation, they're like, we'll donate $25,000 to the people affected, like 25,000 total. So maybe the people that got evacuated is like $15 a person.
Yeah, I know. It's like fucked up.
It's like a $30 million company, probably more.
You know, you're here in like 15 years, you'll see those commercials that are like, if you or a loved one lived within this mile radius of East Palestine, you may be entitled to compensation. Seriously, guarantee it.
It's gonna be like 40, 50 years from now. And then Saul Goodman's gonna come out and represent us.
But yeah, I don't know. I just again, we always talk about living in our bubbles and like trying to be happy in our bubbles, but this is one of those things that affects everything that we do.
Yeah.
Like every little
That's
aspect.
what I mean. It's like a big deal. Really, like, you shouldn't have to go through life being paranoid about what you're consuming.
Yeah.
Or just like living through on a daily basis. But we are close enough to where that happened that we do have to worry about it a little bit.
Well, and yeah, because I'm assuming our drinking water comes from the Ohio River. I would assume.
Some of it,
I mean,
definitely.
it's obviously it goes through all the filtration processes.
For sure.
But yeah, I think so.
But, I mean, didn't it say it was like it affects 10% of the United States' water?
Yeah, it was like 5.5 million people, I think they estimated, which seems extremely low to me for 10% of people's drinking water. Because if there's 360 million people or 370 million people in this country, like 10%, wouldn't that be like 37 million people?
Whoa, math.
Did I just math that right? Because 10, you just
I would
drag
say
the
you're
decimal?
close.
Drag
Yeah,
the decimal?
Yeah, you
Smooth
just drag it.
decimal.
Yeah.
So I would say that is kind of a more reliable
Are you
number.
sure it's people or they were calculating it as households?
They
I
could have been
don't know.
calculating as households. I don't know.
Because there's like 3 to 4 people a household.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that's even more scary if they're calculating households.
Right.
Because that's a lot of households.
Yeah. All I can say is, like, obviously, like the water treatment plants and stuff, like, it's a good thing that those exist and
For sure.
Water's going to be treated. But all I can say is, look into, you could buy more filters for you could buy an extra filter to put on at, where your water comes into your house that will filter out the rest of the the water that comes out of your sink, your shower, your washing machine, anything connected to the water. So
yeah. So with all that being
look
said,
into that kind of stuff. Be cautious. I don't know.
Wait, so you're saying we should start selling water filtration?
that's what I was going to say. With all that being said, make sure to buy the Juice Box water dropping March 1st.
Woo!
Coming in packs of 6 and 12. They'll be at your local grocery store or gas station here shortly. So make sure to support.
Yes.
Big water's thriving.
Yes.
Harry, what's your theory on that? The Chinese bubble had something to do with
What's
this?
up? Probably, honestly.
What's up, man?
What's up? Not much.
You smell good.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
showered after dealing with fraud.
Oh, I was about
There
to
you
say,
go.
I'm like, you
Dirty-
smell a lot less
lot
like
of
fraud today.
Dirty fraud, yeah. Not much. I'm glad. Long weekend. Fucking glad it's here. It's been a long week. Other than that, I don't know. Happy to be here.
Good. Yeah.
Long
Is
weekend?
everybody here getting the long weekend? Because I'm not.
I'm not. Wait.
Sorry. Shouldn't have said that, did I?
Yeah, I was gonna
apologize.
say,
It's
Harry,
President's Day on Monday.
fraud doesn't sleep on President's Day. I'm
It-
sorry.
It definitely
Thanks,
doesn't.
Fraud never sleeps.
No
Especially
transactions
presidents.
on Monday. Yeah.
But yeah, one of our coworkers lives close to East Palestine, right?
Yes, he's very close to it. He's like,
That's fucked.
well, he said even like the city hasn't really said much.
Oh,
I mean,
dude.
the governor just said maybe it's better to drink bottled water.
We got on Zoom today. We're like, why do you look purple today?
They really are trying to like sweep as much of it under the rug as they can.
and
dude.
and
It's
that's when
fucked
I know
up.
it's serious.
Exactly.
That's when you know
That's
it's
when
serious.
you know. If I lived like in a certain mile radius of that town, I'd be the fuck out of there. I wouldn't have went back. I would have taken my family and got just out of there.
Yeah,
I don't know. Exactly. I don't know.
Like,
Hopefully, I don't know. But
Sure.
I would have done whatever I could.
I'm sure there's spots under the bridge by Perkins. I'm sure they're
Yeah.
renting spots out for people.
dude, I claim Perkins Bridge already. I'm sorry, my guy.
Damn, bro.
It's
But
just shitty.
it's just like I hate to. It's just another thing added on the pile of things that I feel like has been happening these last 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And that's why, to me, it should, and I'm not saying I'm not taking it seriously, but it doesn't resonate with me as
Yeah.
much because
Well-
it's like, what's next? Like, what's
Have
happening
you
next?
noticed too now, like the media cycles, how ever since this has happened, now you're seeing like every train derailment get news attention.
Well, that's what I mean. There's been like 4, right? There's
Right.
been like
In the
3 or
past
4
few
in the
weeks.
last
so,
week.
but when you
Yes.
do like research on it and you look, like train derailments happen all the time. They're just not reported on because they're
on
not
this big
they're
of
not a
scale,
big.
though.
No, I'm just saying like train derailments happen all the time, but not one that's carrying massive amount of chemicals and causes something like catastrophic like this. But I'm just saying now the news outlets are like any derailment,
that
they're
makes
just
sense.
reporting on
You
it.
know what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna be like,
Because it literally it's all about clicks. That's what it is.
Ooh, don't tell that to Voice of Morgantown, dude,
It's
because
all about
clicks,
clicks.
clicks are
Whoa.
only defined if it's not on Twitter, dude.
Mhm.
Brady started a massive war with Voice of More. No, not with. Brady sent one tweet that dropped a nuke today, and everybody was going after Voice of Morgantown. I know,
Oh,
Bubba's-
really? There's more? other
Oh,
than-
yeah, it was
Oh,
so
I didn't
great.
see the
please
other one.
fill me in.
He tweeted, Voice of Morgantown tweeted essentially that he knows who the starting quarterback is going to be against Penn State. He knows already.
Uh-huh.
And Brady tweeted me and was like, this guy must be connected to WVU football. There's no way this tweet was for clicks.
I mean, like in general, that is the lamest thing you can do on Twitter. There's a lot of really lame things you can do on Twitter, but I have this information, but I can't tell anybody.
Do you ever pay attention to this guy? Because he's
Never.
just a
No.
ball full of
But like
lameness.
you're in the sports media sphere. That's all you do is report on information.
Yeah.
You can't be like I can't say. Like that's
Yeah.
literally what your
And then-
job is.
Then there's these two guys that have low followers that are bashing him, calling him by name, and threatening to expose him for what he's done. And he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Who, Brad Smith?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, yes.
Don't
They're-
say him by his name.
They keep going. They're like, well, just wait till Pat White's burner fan Twitter tweets out these things that we learned about you, and like it was hysterical.
Should we get him
Good.
on? Should we get?
I
the
would
Voice of
love to have
Morgantown?
I would love to have a civil conversation with Brad Smith because I think if he would come on here and admit that he stirs the pot on purpose to get people to look, I could respect
Yeah.
that.
Here's what I'll say about him. Not all of his takes are bad.
No.
But the way he goes about doing his business is bad. It's clearly all for clicks, and he says some off the wall shit sometimes, like to stir the pot. You're absolutely right.
I just clicked on one. It said, "I'm the only source you can trust in West Virginia. That's been proven over and over again, from the lips of God to us."
Yeah.
Why do we ask anybody else?
I mean, I don't know, but
Brad, can we drink the water?
yeah. And then it was funny. Then me and Neil jumped on Brady, and we were just like, "Dude, it's kind of weird. His name is Brad. Your nickname's Brad. You're always asking us all these WVU questions. Are
Never
you?
seen them in the same room.
Yeah. Are you the voice of Morgantown?" But
I feel like it's Hank.
yeah,
I feel like Hank argues with himself.
it could be Hank. Dude, yeah, bald ass Hank just trying to find something to do other than race.
Here's
Hank
the
puts on a
funny
wig
thing: like
and
Hank had the power to like just bring it down.
He could have brought the house down.
and he
if he
just
wanted
fucking didn't.
to. What a puss.
That's what
What
I
a
said.
Because it's him. Hank is the voice of Morgan.
Hank is Brad Smith.
So what? I'm
Have you ever seen Hank Naughton Jr. and Brad Smith in the same room?
No,
Can't say I have.
no. What were we talking about that spun this though? I can't remember what we were talking about before.
I wasn't here,
No, you will.
or was it? Or was it?
Yeah,
the
well,
No,
water?
you were here, but
It
Yeah.
was brought on by that.
oh, clicks. Just because I said now the media with all the train derailments.
Yes.
But that didn't help you, did it?
No, it did not. But yeah, I had to have one of the things written down here that's pissing me off is I can't actually believe that the state of West Virginia is trying to make Delta 8 illegal.
Yeah, I know.
I just don't understand it. What is their stance?
So
Just weed equals bad.
here's my opinion. This is my fabricated opinion. I have no facts or anything about this. There are a lot of people, at least I remember seeing it down south when I worked down there and stayed down there, that would get into accidents, wrecks, or whatever it is, and blame it on Delta 8. My opinion is they're probably high on heroin, meth,
Yeah.
drunk, and they know they can blame it on this because you can buy it in a store.
Yeah. Well, what I was reading was they want to make it a Schedule 1 narcotic.
Right.
Like, so in the same category as like heroin and cocaine and fucking weed, which is stupid to be in that category, but that's beside the point. But from what I was reading about, the thing that's brought this on is almost like the same thing that brought Juul down, because they're saying like packaging and stuff is tailored toward kids with like fruity flavoring and packaging like that in gas stations. So I said,
Damn.
then Delta 8, it
But-
doesn't need to become illegal. Just stop selling it in gas stations.
But isn't
Yeah.
Make it only allowed to be sold in the smoke shops, and then kids aren't allowed in there anyways.
Well, that's what I don't understand. Because if you have to be 18 to buy it, what does it matter?
Exactly. If you
I
get
can-
if you
I
get
can
ID'd
see-
to buy it, then why does it matter?
I can see Juul because like there's a ways around it. Like people were ordering it online, and like kids were getting their hands on Juul. But like if it's solely sold like in the gas station, I don't understand the argument.
And most now, I'm pretty sure it's 21. All that stuff.
I was gonna say it
21.
got up to
Gotcha,
21.
yeah.
It's
So-
not even
no,
8
but that
it's not even 18 anymore.
that even helps your point that you guys are making. It's like at the age of 21, at least in modern day society, you are a full blown adult, whether you want to admit it or not. Like
Yeah.
you're
Whether
treated
your
as
brain's
one.
there
Yeah.
or not.
You're treated as one.
Because
So,
like
I
that
don't know.
argument against McDonald's, like absolutely, they were directly marketing to kids. You know what I mean?
McDonald's.
Yeah, that's kind of where that argument
Dude,
started.
if a Juul came with like a Happy Meal, like I'm in.
Wait, what's
Wait,
the,
you lost me.
Yeah,
So
go back
it's
to
like-
McDonald's.
So like in the marketing sphere, like that's where that like argument kind of started. Like they were directly marketing to kids because kids were like had buying power to make their parents go to McDonald's. So basically,
Oh.
McDonald's got sued for marketing towards kids because of like childhood obesity and kind of all that stuff. That
I
makes
didn't know
sense.
that.
Yeah,
Uh.
because like you can allowed to buy McDonald's, like that totally makes sense. But like if you're not allowed to buy the product, how could you possibly
Yeah.
charge somebody with
And
it?
it's stupid because like you don't see this shit about alcohol.
No.
But again,
And
You-
but
you
you
I
can't
guess
you can't market either of them, right? Like, are there Delta 8 commercials?
no.
No, because you
No.
can't.
You're
And
not allowed.
same-
But
There's beer commercials.
there is a Delta 8 NASCAR.
Yeah.
There's beer
Pretty
commercials,
cheap.
right?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do tobacco commercials anymore.
Nope.
Right?
Or printed ads.
But we're
But
allowed to
you-
do prescription commercials, so that
Yeah.
makes no fucking
You don't even
sense.
need tobacco commercials. And
you
regardless,
don't,
it's
but-
like,
It's just the principle.
Dude,
you guys take dare classes in high school? Just
Yeah. Grade school.
I wish I still had my Dare shirt, but like they're always like marijuana is the gateway drug. We all know the truth.
Dare is
Alcohol.
reportedly like a huge failure. Like
Yeah, it
it
was a
skyrocketed.
massive failure.
No,
People
but
use it.
So many kids were like, I didn't even know what drugs
Yeah,
were.
or how to use them. And the officer's
Until
like,
Dare
They,
came.
they gave me a packet of all the different types like LSD,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
This sounds fun.
I can remember that, dude. Yeah.
No, but to his point though, that's true. Like they villainize marijuana and everything, but alcohol is the gateway
Every time
drug.
you're drunk, someone's like, "You want to try this?" Not me personally, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't buy the gateway drug argument.
I don't either.
on
I don't.
either.
I
stances.
truly think like when it comes to that kind of stuff, it's completely based on like almost like your hereditary shit. You know what I mean? Like if you have an addictive personality and there's people in your bloodline that have been addicts, then you're probably more susceptible to becoming an addict.
Amen. And quit calling it a gateway drug. People just don't have willpower.
Yeah.
It's willpower.
Well,
it's
and-
not,
But then there's the
and
people
environment.
like
It's like if you get handed heroin, you're probably going to do it more than the person who's never seen heroin in their life.
well,
yeah.
heroin's a whole different story.
Or you could be like me. I was at a party one time and some kid dumped out heroin on the table and I threatened to beat the fuck out of him.
Nice.
dude. I've
Heroin's always just been that's a big
never
stigmatized thing.
never
Fuck
seen
that,
heroin.
dude. Fuck
I've never
that.
seen it.
You know, I had somebody in my family that was a big heroin addict. You know, so like it's just stuff I heard from it as a kid. You know what I mean?
Is it like in pill form? Like I don't even know what it looks
there's
like.
many forms of it. It could
Yeah.
be powder, like a yellow powder, or there's like the black tar.
Dude, wait, so in my Dare class in high school, I remember I was like a junior, and this girl, like the teacher brought up heroin. He's like, yeah, once you do heroin, you'll get addicted right away. And she's like, didn't happen to me. I was like, shut
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, like that shit. But truly, I do think there's a fucking difference there. Like I've tried my fair share of substances.
Yeah.
Never became addicted to any of them.
Yeah.
Never took one of them and started jonesing the next day. Like, oh, I need to roll Molly every day. You
I
know what
would
mean?
say the biggest thing that I am addicted to would be coffee.
Well,
There
you
caffeine
go.
is
There
the
you
most
go.
Addictive drug.
That's the
And
most addictive
Nobody talks about that.
No one ever talks about it. I've never drinking a cup of coffee in my life.
Hey, I respect that. Me neither.
Never have.
I truly, honest to God, don't start. I'm gonna be generous here, even though I know I'm kind of lying. I at least drink 2 massive cups of coffee, which would translate into 4 cups of coffee every morning at least. There are days where I will wake up and just drink an entire pot of coffee. Truly. And that's one of the ones that's weird to me because I'm so addicted to it that it is just shoved into my normal schedule and I can't fathom a day where I don't do that.
Yeah, and that's very real. Like that's a real addiction. You know what I mean? Like you're probably, if you didn't get to have those 4 cups of coffee, you'd be an absolute different person. You'd probably be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or more of an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully, it's not like a very, very harmful
Yeah.
thing, but
It's
dude,
weird.
you could be addicted to like anything. What about fucking our religion teacher in high school? He was addicted to Dr. Pepper.
Very true. That's
You know
a
what I
very
mean?
big
To
point.
be fair, 23 bold flavors are really
I mean,
Dr.
it's-
Pepper's fire.
it's
I'm
just
addicted
like-
to my phone. I can't stop. And
Exactly.
I
myself
feel
for
that
it.
Yeah.
too.
And I need to get away from it. But I can't.
that's an addiction that I've like really, really been trying to break. You guys know.
Yeah.
I've very, very hardly been trying to break it.
The
Well,
amount.
wait, sorry. Would you ever trial going back to like an analog phone that's not a smart?
If
Would
I was
try,
in
like name the type of phone, like a BlackBerry,
I
like a
don't know if
Pearl,
they
like a
make those
BlackBerry,
anymore.
BlackBerry Pearl,
Okay, just pretty much a phone, just literally a
Samsung,
cell phone.
a Razor.
Mhm.
That's
if,
not a
if I was
smartphone.
in a
Yeah,
group
no,
that did
a
it,
razor. You had a razor.
I could do it, but I couldn't do it by myself, knowing everybody else has
Dude,
phones.
well, here, listen. I went to a razor, not by choice, but I thought it was pretty funny. Zara was there. For this.
Yeah, I do remember.
That's the first year I ever went O and whatever in fantasy.
That. Well, there you
Really?
go.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah,
That's fine.
I look at it. I've been realizing how much my phone is in my hand, even if I'm not using it. And to be honest with you guys, it's disgusting.
It is disgusting, dude.
It grosses me out, and I was you just don't realize how often it's attached to you. If it's sitting on the couch, it's sitting on the couch like this. Like I always have to know.
And like your habits, dude. Think about like I can't walk into like say a gas station and say I get in line at the gas station. There's like 4 people ahead of me. Naturally, I just pull out my phone
every time.
every time.
I was in
But you're like, why?
I was at the movie theater yesterday. Went out to go to the bathroom before the movie started. Somebody started walking down this way.
Yeah.
And instead of just being a normal person
exactly.
and walking by, I pulled my phone out and started looking at Twitter.
So that you didn't have to like possibly make eye contact with it.
How
I
weird
do
is it
all
that
the time.
it is the automatic, like, I feel awkward or I out of
Yeah, let me
place?
pull out my
I
phone.
immediately pull out my phone.
It's
all
strange.
the time.
When now listen, they're holding everybody accountable. They're holding McDonald's accountable here. When are we holding big cell phone accountable?
Yeah, I know. I think about that, dude. When do you think like there's been so many like kicks in the United States over decades where like this is bad for us. We all need to make a conscious effort to stop. When do you think the cell phone and like social media exposure, people are going to say, listen.
They would never do that because they
makes too
sell our
much
data.
money, dude.
No, they sell our
our
data.
data, ads. You know how much money is generated on ad revenue? It's probably a staggering number. Like if you could find the total number of ad revenue sold in the United States on a year, you know, say for 2022, the past year, it probably would blow our minds.
So I was listening to our boy Jeff Whittick.
Yeah.
Sith's been sitting on with me in some of the podcasts. Love Jeff. He was talking to Tana, and now Snapchat will literally pay these creators to post stories just so they can put 4 to 5 ads in between every single story.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's no limit on how many they could post. And they said they're just making so much money off Snapchat.
Have you ever like accidentally clicked on David Dobrik's fucking stupid stories?
All the time.
And I was like, is this kid a fucking weirdo? Like, that makes sense. That's why he does it.
Fucking
I
weirdo.
hate David.
Yeah,
I
can't
really-
stand
That's
him.
why he posts
really hate that
40
you even
fucking
brought up his
stories a
name.
day.
He's actually one of the reasons why I fucking deleted Snapchat.
Yeah,
Truly.
I don't blame you.
The Discover, is that what it was called? The Discover page?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I always called Explore, but that's
Explore,
Instagram,
yeah,
so
dude,
I don't know
or
if it's
whatever. Fucking that shit turned into just straight up AIDS.
But yeah, all the time David Dobrik would pop on top, and I would catch myself looking at him.
Because I always delete it. Like, I don't want to see it. And then it fucking right there next
Yeah.
day pisses me off.
That's where, and I've probably said this 1,000 times on here. That's where like certain apps started to just rapidly decline for me. When I'm forced to see content that I'm not asking to see on an app, you lost me.
Yeah. Well, Instagram's doing something new now. I got
Instagram's the same way as Snapchat. You can't go through the stories without getting hit with ads.
Yeah, and now they're doing this thing with creators. I got invited to join Josh Richards' thing to where you make like these quote unquote club things now in your notifications, and if you decide to join somebody's thing, you see their posts that aren't on their stories and aren't on their timeline, which again in my head I'm like, it's just another place for ad revenue. Yeah, exactly. They're literally just looking for something new to put ads in. So I don't know.
It's shitty, dude.
It is weird, but I did I don't want to actually I'll let you start because I have a back. So I don't know if you have a back.
Okay.
I like it.
I have some. They're not the greatest I've ever done this week. Back is Peep Pepsi. Did you see that?
No.
It's a Peep flavored Pepsi. Apparently it came out like 2 years ago.
Ew, Peeps?
It's
like
back.
the marsh?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
The last time I had something Peeps, it was like shrooms in the shape.
Oh, dude.
That's
Can I
good one.
segue real quick off of that?
Yeah. Sure.
Did you see they did away with Sierra Mist and came out with the new?
So that's what disappeared. We
saw it.
We
Yeah,
saw
did
it.
see that.
Like it's called like Scary or
Yes, Starry.
Starry.
Isn't it because someone's name was Sierra Mist? I'm pretty sure.
There's so many people
from what
named-
I was told, it's a completely new formula. Like it's still
It's a
like
lie.
a lemon lime.
I hope what you just said is true.
It's
Sorry,
still
go
like
ahead.
a lemon lime based soda, but it tastes completely different than Sierra Mist, from what I'm told.
Because I was telling my mom and dad there was a commercial. Me and Sith were talking about it. I'm like, what pop is missing
Yeah.
and replacing this? And I didn't even think of Sierra.
Dude, I
Sierra
love
Mist.
Sierra Mist.
They axed it.
All right, let's be real.
They said it. They said when comparing its sales numbers to Sprite, it was just fucking awful.
Really?
So now they've come out with a new formula, new name, to hopefully
whole
compete
rebrand.
more. Yeah,
Dude,
basically
is
what it is.
Wait. Let's be honest. Did you like Sprite or did you like Sierra Mist more?
I didn't like either. To be honest, I was
Mm.
never a Sprite
Were you
guy
like
growing up.
What's the other one? Squelch? No.
No, Squirt.
Squirt.
Yeah, Squirt was all right.
Squelch.
Hey, that's our brand.
Squirt's actually a really good alcohol mixer.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can make some good drinks with Squirt.
I'm trying to think. I would say, my answer would be this. I don't know if I liked one more than the other, but Sprite was always more accessible.
Yeah,
than Sierra
it was.
Mist.
Yes, exactly.
At least here.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that,
yeah.
But
I get it. I get that.
Yeah.
But who makes 7-Up?
7-Up's another
it's
one.
RC, I believe it's the same
Do they?
category of.
Yeah, there's so many like lemon lime sodas. Like, doesn't
thought
Mountain
7-Up was-
Dew technically classifies that too?
Yeah, Mountain Dew's made by
Mountain
Pepsi.
Dew's
But yeah,
Pepsi.
right. But I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
no, the answer, yes.
What about
Wait, so-
like Fresca?
Fresca.
Sierra Mist was that?
Sierra Mist was
Pepsi then?
Pepsi.
Maybe I
Yeah.
imagined that. I swear I read it somewhere. That was the reason why.
I think we need to run with that because that theory is great. Is that they have
But
to change it 'cause it was so
continue.
insane.
I'm sorry. That was
No,
a quick segue.
No,
It's
no,
good
real
segue.
quick. We can stay on pop real fast. Did you know the reason why Sprite changed their bottles from green to clear is because all the litter on the side of the road, it was so noticeable that it was a Sprite
Right.
bottle
Oh,
and
yeah.
not any other kind of
Yeah.
bottle. I found that extremely interesting.
That's funny.
But I did kind of remember what I wanted to bring up when we were talking earlier, if you don't mind. I learned during these train derailments because something happened in South Carolina with one of them, I believe, and I went down a weird rabbit hole on YouTube. Did you know there is an island in South Carolina that is full of herpes-infested monkeys?
I did know that.
I
I've
did
heard
not.
of this. I've heard of that.
I find this fascinating. There is literally there's a literal island in South Carolina where they hold the monkeys, they make sure the monkeys stay there because the herpes is so what's the word?
Prevalent.
Contagious
Ah.
that they don't want anybody. It's crazy.
That is,
Monkeys in South Carolina?
Well, don't you?
like you
What?
would think, like, I'm not trying to sound cruel here because I love animals. I'm not saying like eradicate them. I'm just saying,
Yes.
like, don't you think that there'd be steps to be taken for them to stop reproducing at least, so that
Yeah.
would die off eventually, the herpes infestation?
And I don't think they said this, but my guess is one of the big germ study places, whatever they call it, like where they did COVID in Wuhan. We have two of them in the United States. One's in Galveston, Texas, and the other one is in South Carolina. My guess is they were testing monkeys for that,
probably.
and they were like, "What the fuck are we gonna do?" And
Good
had to
theory.
find this place to put all these monkeys
That's
at.
a good theory.
But yeah, sorry, I just found that so interesting because I couldn't believe there's monkeys in the United States like that live here, other than Sith.
Whoa!
Whoa! All right, sorry, guys.
Love it. Okay. Not back. I have True Love. True Love's not back. Valentine's Day's over. The gym is packed again.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, the gym was great. No one was in there.
Did you do anything for Valentine's Day?
No, I went to the gym. Went for a run.
We should have invited Harry
I
on our
told
date.
you we should have
I
invited
know.
Harry. Me,
Damn.
Jake and I went out
Guys
to
are-
the alligator.
Broing out and didn't
Yeah.
invite me.
Seth
That's a
asked
shame.
me to do something on Valentine's Day. I said, dude, I got a wife.
Hey man, I
Oh.
know Zara's an easy let. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! But dude, back is Kim Jong Un, dude.
Why? Tell me
Because
more.
he is making everybody in North Korea that has the same name as his 10-year-old daughter change their name.
No way.
Back.
That's hilarious.
Imagine having that much power. Imagine if I was the president of the United States or the ruler of the United States and everybody named Jerry, I was like, you guys got to change your name. You guys can't have the name Jerry. You can't have Jake. That is my sole possession. That's such a baller.
Do you have an obscure thing you would do? Like he has a haircut thing. Like you can have so many haircuts, and he has one that you're not allowed to have. And
He
now
also
this
doesn't pee or poop.
Yeah, that's true. Says he like has what had like one golf game where he got a hole in one on every he has the records of
Well,
every
he
sport.
beat MJ in like 101 by like I don't know, like 11-1 or something.
Yeah. Dude, he I think is the most brilliant man to walk the earth.
So, is there a crazy rule that you would put in place? An obscure one?
An obscure rule I'd have to think about when we're going around the table, but something I would do to change the norm of the presidency is every time I was found on camera or anywhere, I would make sure to be wearing joggers and a turtleneck shirt. That would be my outfit. No suits. We're throwing suits out the window. I would be in, and they would always be the same color. So I would always look like a crayon. I would change up the colors, and every time somebody would see me, I would have a turtleneck on with a massive chain, and the joggers would be the same color.
My weird rule if I was president or the ruler, if you're a truck driver and you ever leave the right lane, straight to jail.
I love that.
That's not obscure.
You're going to jail.
Okay. So
Stay in that right lane or you're going to prison for a lengthy stay.
That jogged my mind, so I'm thinking here. I would probably, this would benefit you probably, no offense, but I would probably make it legal to buy alcohol on Sundays.
Yeah.
Oh, alcohol. Not just
But it
kidding.
is legal here, isn't it? In West Virginia.
Till, like, 1
Pardon
a.m.
my yawn.
Right?
Speaking of that, my
Are you back?
drunkenness is back.
Oh, I was
baby.
gonna say, yeah.
There you go.
Let's go.
Not
dude.
that I've drank yet, but sobriety ends today
Nice.
if I wish to.
If you
I'm
so
with
wish.
You, bro.
I saw that. Nice.
Dude, get him
Want a
some
little
whiskey,
drinky
man.
I'm not a big whiskey guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
right.
is.
I might
sweet.
take a
sip,
little-
Nobody.
Take a sip. Take a sip. Take a sip.
Yeah, take one sip.
Take a little sippy.
This is my first alcohol in a month.
It's gonna taste like shit.
back.
Yeah,
Not a whiskey
it's
guy.
not good. It's not good. What?
Thank
what
you,
is-
Sid.
It's bullets.
Bullet rye. How much does this cost? $5?
Yeah.
Is this
yeah.
low? Is this
Probably
It's right,
70.
it's right next to the Mad Dog.
70
what are
bucks.
they?
Mad Dog
They keep that
2020?
next to the Burnett's. Actually, look. It's,
Honestly,
this is.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
oh!
This is shaped like a Burnett's bottle.
It's brunettes in disguise.
It's Burnett's in disguise.
All right, take off the sticker. It's the Burnett.
It's
Not,
a Burnett's
not as bad
whiskey.
as I remember it, though, honestly. I'm not a whiskey guy.
Nah, I never have been.
Oh,
It's
I
growing on me,
usually
boys.
keep a bottle of Jameson in my stash at all times because every now and then I will have a whiskey ginger ale,
Wait,
but that's about it.
what do you guys think about picklebacks?
I hate those.
Oh,
Hate them.
I can do it without throwing up, but I don't like pickle juice that much.
Picklebacks. At least top 3 shot you can have.
Top 3.
Top 3.
There,
Top
there,
three.
there
What's
are
your other two?
there are
Yeah.
two.
Picklebacks,
That's okay.
Vegas bombs,
Mhm.
Yes,
Jello shots.
Really?
Okay.
there are
okay.
two shots that I hate more than anything, and I will avoid them at all costs.
Let me
And
hear
it
'em.
is Jameson Straight and
Fireball.
Not Fireball. I'll do Fireball.
Ugh. Jaeger
What about
bombs?
Jaeger,
Rumplemans?
Jaeger, straight,
fucking
straight,
awful.
What
straight
do you think
Jaeger
about,
or
you
Jaeger
guys like
bombs.
Rumplemans?
No,
I'll do
hate
Rumplemans.
those
I think
too.
Rumplemans at the end of the night before you leave the bar is key because I guess
don't have to brush your teeth.
See, I don't like the ones that are too fruity. I don't like Jolly Rancher shots.
Oh no,
Like green tea shots could do without that. I
see,
like
see.
mini
love
beers.
green tea.
Many beers.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. I forgot about
I
mini
like
beers.
mini beers a lot. I do like Vegas bombs. And I don't know, dude, like a good top shelf tequila with a lime is pretty bomb.
Yeah. I'm altering my
Silver
list.
silver tequila.
I'm
I
taking
gotta-
out Vegas bombs and putting mini beers in. I
Okay.
forgot about mini beers.
Have you guys ever had Clase Azul?
Mm-mm.
No.
I've heard of it, but
It's
I've
the
never had it.
tequila, and then there's a bell on the top of the bottle. So every time you get it, you gotta hit the bell. Sorry, I gotta treat you.
Dude,
sometime.
when I was
Yeah.
in Hawaii, I drank it's not as popular as tequila, but there's another type of liquor that's made from the agave plant or whatever.
Mezcal?
Yeah, it's mezcal. It's like dude,
That's
it's
the high grade shit.
it's yeah, it was so expensive. But I got a margarita made with that shit. Oh my god.
But
Just I was lit
did
off
you
of
like
one.
the
The
smokiness?
taste is like yeah, it's smoky. I didn't care for it. I just got a regular marg after that, but I just wanted to try it. and like it wasn't awful. I would drink it again,
Yeah.
but it's different.
So
It's truly like you're just drinking tequila with a smoky flavor.
Okay.
and it's like apparently a big aphrodisiac. So
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was really.
You-
I was
Czar was
horny as
bricked up.
fuck.
One of the best tequilas I've ever had, and I've never seen it since. I had it down in Huntington years ago before one of the formals. It was called like Tequila Rose, and it was
It's pink.
It was pink,
Yeah,
and
you
was
told
like
me
a
about that.
like a thicker liquid, and it was so good.
Yeah, I've never
So-
seen
yeah,
that.
we all know Avion, best fucking tequila in the world.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm a big
turtle.
Avion fan still, but honestly, dude, like, I could drink them all. 1800's good.
Dude,
Casamigos.
I think Casamigos is overrated, but me and Czar, we
Hater.
went through a big tequila.
Yeah.
binge. It was bad.
Fucked up.
It was
like
bad.
everyone does. Yeah.
No, but it was like literally like I don't know. It was an entire summer. Might even more than that.
It was.
Yeah,
I could tell
Drinking
you.
tequila's
It
fun.
started.
That's
started.
too much of a. That's too long.
It started
Started with the
above
kids.
Ashbrook Liquor. It's
Yeah.
really when it started.
Yeah.
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 Can you remember some of those? Normally, all
Well,
those
I try to
all those
remember.
times that we're talking about where we did the Buck Thursdays.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
normally with tequila.
Yep.
Yes.
We'd get the fucking big handles of Cuervo, just set it on the counter with shot glasses lined up, limes out, and like every 5 minutes, everyone would just walk over and we just fucking crush a shot. Like,
I can't do that.
dude,
Dude,
do you
it was
remember
awesome.
some nights there'd be some nights where we'd sit there at the counter. We wouldn't leave the counter. Like every 5 minutes, we'd just pound a shot of tequila till the bottle was gone. We'd stand in the kitchen. We wouldn't leave the kitchen, or like where we had it all set up. Like
Riding the Schwarf.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Dude, I mean,
I couldn't do that nowadays. but-
tequila is the only alcohol that's like an upper. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
I
why
love the tequila drunk, dude. I'm a
'Cause, like,
big
you don't-
fan of like if you can make a fucking killer margarita, like you go to so many places where like it's just you ask for a marg and it's not so great. And it's always based off of what their mixture is. Like sometimes they'll have like a pre-made marg mix and shit
Nah,
like
you
that.
gotta
That
make
shit's
that shit
fucking
hell-
gross.
homemade.
Like give me a fucking. There's some places that
Dude.
make a fire margarita.
Yeah, my buddy's a bartender, and he made me like a marg at his house, and it's like super frothy. And I was just like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. Normally, Mexican restaurants will make a good margarita, but every now and
Mm.
then you'll get a bad one too.
No, they know what they're doing though.
They do.
Like they know, like that, like they put in the enough, just enough in the mix where it's like, oh, okay, it tastes all right.
Yeah.
You just chug it.
Then you leave there wobbling.
yeah,
I usually just get Coronas.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that.
What? Yeah. When Fats used to do their tequila or Taco Tuesdays, it would be they would have the Corona deal and then shots of. It wasn't Cuervo. What's underneath Cuervo? Isn't there like a rail tequila?
There's a
Yeah,
lot of real
I'm sure.
tequila.
Yeah.
There's Jaguar.
Yeah, but there's one that's like popular.
Those are fun though.
And
Taco
now-
Tuesdays are real fun.
That was one of
Taco
their
Tuesday anyway.
that was one of their best deals that they ran. The
Was it
the
$3,
tacos were actually
$3
pretty bomb
Corona?
too.
Yeah,
they
they-
were good tacos.
They took forever.
They took
They would
forever.
take 2 hours.
They took forever, but they were good. I remember there'd be times where Fats couldn't keep up with the beer special, and you'd start getting Coronas that were warm.
Oh yeah.
You'd be
I
like,
remember
you'd be
that.
like, "What the fuck is this?" We'd be drinking like
I'm like, "Is this
room
Mexican
room
piss?"
temperature Coronas.
Oh wait, so where's tell me this, guys. Where's the Taco Tuesday for Wheeling? Like where like
I don't think it exists.
I haven't been to the Taquerita place yet.
That's true.
That's
That's
true.
not
And
fair.
I have a
Yeah.
good friend who works there, and I've still never.
But they
been
That's
don't-
not fair for me to say. I
But they
take
don't.
that back.
I don't think they do liquor there. Isn't they
but
just do
I don't-
beer?
Yeah, they don't do liquor.
Cerveza.
That's true.
Yeah,
Cerveza.
they only do
Uno
cervezas
cerveza,
there.
por favor.
por favor?
But dude, you go to El Zocalo on a Tuesday, like whatever.
have a-
But there's not
you
an
only just gotta
actual
be like
like
a
special. Yeah, I get what you're
So-
saying.
In general, are there like food specials in Wheeling that I should be aware of?
Pickles Wing Night is Thursday nights.
Thursday?
Jen's actually does a lot of specials.
Jen's has really good
If-
specials.
if you
too.
go if you go play trivia on Tuesday at Jen's, you get a free pitcher of beer with if you order pizza, you get a free pitcher of beer. I think it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they have burger nights with
Yeah.
endless fries,
You guys want to do trivia?
wing and pro. Yeah,
Dude,
I would
I've been
do it.
I've been
It's
wanting
tough.
to go to
Wanna do
trivia.
it next week?
Let's
Yeah,
go
I'll go.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I'm done.
I'm so down.
Should
I'm
we bring
down
the
to go.
mics?
Don't
Yeah.
bail.
I'm
Don't
not gonna
bail.
bail.
Ooh, no, here.
Dude, first
so
of all, yeah, never mind.
no,
Go
I want you to
go
say
ahead.
yours.
I want to hear.
I'm
I'd
saying,
like
I'm
to
not
hear what
Batman,
he has to
I'm
say.
not Christian Bale. See, that's all I was gonna say.
I like it.
But so we'll have to record Wednesday because we're leaving for Charlotte. So we'll go Tuesday.
Oh, that's next weekend.
Yeah.
I thought it was this weekend.
no. We'll go Tuesday forecasting into the future, hoping we can make episode 167 title trivia champs. So we have a lot of
Oh,
things.
I like that.
We have a
Okay.
lot of things that we have to brush up on before.
Dude,
we
I
get to
can't tell you
trivia.
how many times I've played. It's been a while since I've been there. I used to go all the time though, but I'd be playing trivia at Jen's. My team would be winning at halftime, like at the halway mark, and just get throttled in the
Yeah.
second round.
That's usually
Happens
What-
all
she
the
goes.
time,
What are,
dude.
like, is it like music? What are the categories?
It's
there?
whatever.
It's
it's
just
just
anything
random.
you
Yeah,
could think of.
Is it
It's a
DJ
lot
good?
of geography and a lot of
Geography.
there's history.
But
music.
there's pop culture stuff. Yeah, I mean it's a big mix.
All right, I'm gonna start studying.
It's fun though. The guy that does it's good, but you got to make sure you get there at a decent time so you get a good table.
All right,
Yeah.
so what
you can
time?
make reservations now.
What time
Yeah.
are we?
Oh, yeah,
What
can you?
time we plan to be there Tuesday?
It
Starts
starts at
s-
7:30.
All right,
7:30.
there,
So I
like,
usually get there sometime before 7. Well, it says
let's
7.
Get there like
but they-
6:45.
Right, I was gonna say probably 6:30.
6:30.
6:45, whatever.
I will
Just
wanna
call.
eat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Eat while you're playing and
Yeah.
drink. Eat and drink while you're playing.
No, I'm so down.
Just
to
do a
go to trivia.
reservation.
You guys want-
Just
you
do a
guys are down?
reservation.
And dude,
I'm so down. I've been trying to get people to go to trivia for fucking a while.
And if we have anybody that's at the table that starts to cheat with their phone, I'm calling them out, even if they're on my
do you
team.
remember?
I
Last,
do, and that's
last
why I
time
brought it
I
up.
went with you,
That's why I
our
brought it
table
up.
was cheating. I was
It was
pissed.
pissing me the
Who
fuck
was it?
off. Well, it's a girl that's no longer.
Yeah,
in our
no
lives
longer
anymore,
in our
thank
lives.
God. Thank fucking.
She was a
God.
nightmare.
Yeah, thank Jesus Christ herself.
I don't think I know who you're
it's
talking
the
about.
spawn
Yeah, I
of-
don't
the
think. I don't know if
spawn
you've
of
ever
the
met
devil.
this person. Maybe met her in passing, but
She was the devil.
She was
the
awful.
spawn.
She hot.
Yeah, she's pretty.
yeah, she's pretty good looking.
Yeah.
but she was
She
a
single?
bitch.
No, she's married now.
She about to be single. No, I'm just kidding. No, I would never. I would never. I would never.
Your life would be ruined if you ended up with
If-
her. Let's just put
No,
it that
I
way.
would never marry somebody that cheats at trivia. I'm just throwing that
Yeah,
out
there
I
you
like
go.
that rule.
Good- that's a
that
good
is
rule to live
life
by.
rule.
Yeah.
Back to what Harry said. What's a weird presidential thing? If
Yeah.
you cheat at trivia, you go to jail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I like
Mm.
that.
Yeah. Should we talk about Super Bowl
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's yeah. go ahead.
thoughts? My thoughts. It just ended horribly.
I agree.
Very lackluster. It sucked.
I think the problem with it ending that way is that Super Bowl was on the verge of being one of the best ones we've
All-time
had in a
classic.
very long
Ever.
time. Could have been ever.
Yep.
I mean, in
Pretty disappointing because yes, maybe whatever that's a penalty, but like, dude, the ball was nowhere near catchable, and it wouldn't have been. What do you mean, dude? It was so overthrown.
Tell me your argument.
If he didn't get touched at all, I think he could have still got that.
No
The
way.
argument that I hear
No
that,
way.
that seals it though is you could call that on every single play.
Exactly.
Agreed.
And like
I thought you're allowed contact within the first 5 yards.
I
But
did too.
there was contact before 5 yards, and there was also contact after 5.
Here's where it's
He
frustrating.
got held twice.
You get a play like that towards the Chiefs with a minute 30 to go. The week before, they completely changed momentum on a 5th down that's never happened in the history of football.
exactly.
It's cool, but obviously they want the Chiefs to win.
Yeah, seriously.
And
And it's actually I'm a little salty about it because then like you got Mahomes and Kelsey acting like they're just the hottest shit in the world.
and like
Like Travis Kelsey's a douchebag.
he is a douchebag. And like no one said that the like Chiefs stink. No one was like, "Oh, the Chiefs have no chance this year." Like,
Yeah.
where is this narrative that they're this huge underdog?
I know.
Everyone's
That's what I'm saying.
everyone count us out, and literally no one counted you
Everyone
out.
was-
Yeah.
At
Not-
any
not-
point,
not-
did anybody count you out?
Fucking dude, Patrick. I drafted you like first overall in fantasy. No one's counting your team out. Like what?
And Juju Smith-Schuster stinks.
he does.
That
stink.
guy
does stink.
stinks.
Fuck
Huge
him.
loser.
I
Fuck
don't, you
that
saw
guy.
that tweet?
Yeah.
You saw
Yeah.
that tweet?
Honestly, out of
That's what I'm talking
anybody,
about.
he doesn't deserve a Super Bowl ring.
He had
No.
7 catches.
That's
Okay,
the
you're a loser.
only reason I wasn't rooting for the Chiefs.
I just think she's fighting her food up there.
Okay.
I just think that's the wildest thing about Patrick Mahomes is that we're literally going to see him with like 2 other different rosters.
Yeah.
Which that's what's kind of cool. But in terms of the Super Bowl, I feel like I got to pull my sword out here because I'm so annoyed with people being like, "What the fuck's she doing?" I'm so annoyed with people being like, the halftime performance sucked. Yes, it might not have been. She might not have been doing cartwheels and everything. She's fucking pregnant. What do you want her to do?
I loved the halftime.
It was
performance.
awesome.
I loved it.
If I may have a sorry,
No, you're good. Go ahead.
a quick aside.
Yes.
Rihanna's my love this week.
There you go.
I love Rihanna. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
Have
dude,
you
it was awesome. I liked it a lot.
No, I think one of the biggest criticisms was that it was like lip synced.
But it always is.
No,
like
but yeah, I was gonna say, to be fair,
I know.
when you have X amount of time to do a show and you can't like plug in shit and like test it and do a sound test, you kind of have to do it like that.
It always I don't think the Super Bowl's ever
the
not
Chili
been.
Peppers,
well,
they even had to have
Yeah,
One of the
they were
one of the
fully lip
guitars
sync.
wasn't plugged in or
they-
something.
no,
right?
none of it was.
Really?
None of their instruments. were
See,
their
I
air
thought
guitar.
Yeah.
like most of the rock ones were real, like when the
No.
Stones did it and
No.
stuff.
They don't have
None of
enough
them.
time
Prince
to
Prince
do
wasn't.
everything.
The Stones weren't.
Really?
Tom Petty was. None
That's
of them
nuts.
are. It's just it's the whole.
But-
It's the whole production of it. There's not enough time, so it's pre-recorded. It's not the studio track. It's a pre-recorded live track.
Gotcha.
But I will say, Shakira's hips did not lie.
No, they didn't. She the one that moved her tongue real weird too. Was that her?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was her. I saw that tweet. Like, why the fuck did Shakira do this?
Like people can say like that's to me that's just a lazy jab at the halftime. Like you've known for decades that it's lip sync.
Well, that's one of the
like,
things
no,
where
why does it matter?
Everybody just remembers one titty. That's why.
yeah. Well, that's one like you
Yeah.
need more context. Oh, it's lip sync, and then but everything else always it always was.
Yeah.
You know what I
Dude,
mean?
Always
I mean,
was.
just remind everybody, Rihanna has bangers, and she literally said she's about to drop an album this year. She'd like to.
Yeah, people were pissed that like she was taking moments through like where she'd be singing and then like not finish out the sentence she was singing. I was like, who cares? It's
Yeah.
literally just like it's just a fucking halftime performance. Like she's just having fun.
Yeah.
Do you really care that she didn't finish singing out one of her lines?
I'm just so annoyed. It's like
or acting like she was singing it out.
everybody goes into everything anymore already looking for the bad negative thing.
yeah.
Like as soon as that halftime performance was done, I thought it was amazing. I thought her voice is unreal. The looks that she gives are just iconic. But as soon as it was over in my head, I was like, everybody's gonna say they hated this halftime.
Wait,
show.
so do you think that some of these celebrities or like their PR or whatever hires people to give a negative perspective to just get more traction?
I'm not gonna say that doesn't exist, but I don't know if it does or doesn't. I mean, it sounds good. It's kind of like what we were talking about with the MGK and Megan Fox
Yeah,
thing.
like no such thing as bad publicity unless you're Epstein. But
There's not. If you're a celebrity, any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah,
Truly. Especially in the world we live in today where everything's based off of clicks.
it is. Shout out Brad Smith.
did you guys see like so Rihanna, ASAP Rocky, and their kid were just on a cover of a magazine?
Mm-mm.
So they were just on the cover of a magazine, and people were like saying, "Wow, ASAP Rocky's so emasculated because it just had like Rihanna up front, like he's gonna be raising another kid for her, or something like that." And then someone tweeted, "It was like, damn, I didn't know getting Rihanna pregnant twice was gay."
That's great.
Yeah. Sidebar: this is going to be the second week in a row that the video's all fucked up because when Hazel hit her toy, she hit the carpet and the camera's
yeah.
been facing a completely wrong way. the
Nah,
entire time. I
what's
literally-
it been faced? Like, what's
Probably
going
a
to be?
horrible angle for me.
It was just shot like this way.
No way.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So, no, but it's like week 2 in a row. The last week I cut me off and then cut the side of Sith off. I'm struggling with the videos this month.
all good.
She's back.
But yeah, so I sat down after that and I was looking at the camera and I was like, why are all the cameras staring me in the face right now? And I literally just walk up and it's just shooting this way. So that's a sidebar, but we'll have it. This is a audio first podcast.
Shit happens.
I just jumped in on the conversation, so I don't know where you guys left it off. But did you have anything?
We were just saying how Rihanna's great. I was
Rihanna's hot.
kind of jumping into love and hate, but
Go ahead.
So to round out love is the Chipotle vinaigrette. I love the Chipotle
Oh
vinaigrette.
my
Okay.
God, dude.
They don't have enough supply of it because half the time they're like, "Oh no, we don't have any." But great thing there.
I didn't know about it like when I first
Yeah,
got Chipotle, but
it's
then
a
when
hidden-
I discovered it, they're like, we're out.
Yeah, it's a hidden gem.
I mean, this is insane. I'll be honest, didn't know it was a thing.
Dude, you would love the
Oh,
vinaigrette.
yeah,
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the Flurry machine at McDonald's. Like
What
it's
do you
always
put
supposed
it
to be
on?
broke.
So it's technically their like salad dressing, so that's why it's there. So that's why it's always empty because everyone with a bowl gets it. I just pour it over everything. Sometimes I dip my chips in it.
It's
Oh,
good.
okay.
You
That's
gotta
nice.
try it. You guys should definitely try it.
Yeah, especially the barbecue kettle chips at Later Gator.
Dude, the
Yeah.
barbecue kettle.
I've never
I am
had
gonna
Later
try
Gator.
those.
Dude,
next time I
we-
go.
We ate the whole thing, bro. We ate the whole thing.
I was like, oh my god.
And there were so much of them. Yeah. That
Fuck
was
yeah.
just
I think the next thing they gotta do is poutine. To be honest, if they're doing crepes already, they gotta do poutine.
See, I thought it was just crepes. Do they have other shit
They have
there
other
too?
shit.
Yeah, they have a
Yeah,
lot of
bunch
stuff.
Hey, next Valentine, I got you, bro.
The mac and rib. I recommend that sandwich from there.
Hell yeah.
It's good.
Wait,
and then
what did you get again?
I got it was called, I can't remember the name, but it was a crepe that had Cajun chicken in it
Oh,
and a lot of vegetables. It was
it
good.
was like a taco.
Yeah, it pretty much was a taco with the consistency of like a pancake. And I'll be honest, the textures together in my mouth were throwing me off a little bit.
Thin
bet.
pancakes.
The
Really-
taste
really
of it,
thin pancake.
the taste of it was immaculate, but the
The consistency.
yeah, it was just weird.
And then for hate this week, I have referring to the Super Bowl as the quote big game. I fucking hate that.
Yeah,
Everyone does it. Every ad's like, "Oh, the big game." Can't you
Yeah.
just say something fucking else?
yeah,
A
I
huge
agree.
game, literally
The
anything.
big
But
game.
dude, I think we need to blame this on the NFL though for stopping.
Somebody needs to
not letting
trademark the
people.
big game.
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
that's
Can
the
we do it?
problem.
I agree. That's
We should.
Yeah,
is
okay.
it. I'll look right now. I know the website. So
Yeah.
I try to trademark something else.
What was it? You don't have
Uh,
to say it if you're still in the
Yeah,
process.
Almost Friday. It was already trademarked
I gotcha.
Ah.
by like 6 months. Yeah.
What about Friday Junior?
Yeah. Good look for that. And then the also the Penguins power play because it
Yeah,
stinks.
it's horrible.
Oh my. That's
They'll
Sorry,
play,
boys.
maybe they'll
That's-
play well tonight. Yeah, I don't know.
Probably not. Hopefully they play well tomorrow because I'm going. So
Oh,
maybe they'll
nice.
get blown out tonight and then play well tomorrow.
Are you gonna skate in the morning?
I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
I originally said I was not because we're going up at like lunchtime and drinking till 5:30 for the
Mm.
game. So I'm
Yeah,
not-
but a good bout of exercise will get you energized for the
you're
day.
right.
That's right.
I could just
You'll be
never
able to
sleep
drink
after.
more.
It's yeah. I'm gonna be tired. I might do it. We'll see.
I think I'm gonna try to be there.
There you go. You should.
You have anything
I should.
else?
And that's all I had this
What
week.
about you, Czar? You got any fun little tidbits you want to talk about? You want to touch on Hogwarts at all? Sure.
I mean, I can give a quick. I'm not too far into the game.
'Cause I haven't played it yet.
Hogwarts was it Hogwarts Legacy? Is that what it's even
Y-
called? I
yeah.
don't know. It's dope though. I mean, like, it's the graphics are really good, storyline's good, gameplay is good. I don't have a single complaint about it. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you're gonna love it. And the detail that goes into the castle is insane. It's huge. It's fucking crazy. There's just so many areas of the castle you can go to, and like when you get outside, there's so many different ways you can leave the castle and be outside and like look at it. It just looks fucking crazy.
Damn.
I can only imagine the amount of time they spent just like building the castle,
Yeah.
But
and it makes me really wish that like somebody somewhere in the world that's a billionaire just build it. Just
the
build
castle.
Hogwarts.
I bet you Hogwarts exists.
I bet it does too. I just got to figure out how to get there.
Well,
You
you're
gotta
not
get
a
the letter.
wizard. so-
Platform 9
Yeah.
3/4.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever be able. I don't know if we'll ever get the invite.
I'll go to that train station in London and try to run through that brick wall and see what
London.
happens.
London.
Platform 6 to 9.
But yeah, it's good. Definitely, if you're a Harry Potter fan, check it out. But in terms of shit that went on this week, just nothing really for me. Just I'm staying as busy as ever with work. So
I don't feel like much really.
I have
happened
one
in the
more
world.
thing.
Yeah.
What are we shooting out of the sky now?
Okay.
You know Mr. Fredrickson from Up?
Yes.
Yeah, his house, it didn't make
Yeah,
it
it's
to
gone.
where
So
Well,
this
so-
this transitions into what I wanted to talk about.
Ooh.
This is
Because
perfect.
now like they're speculating that there's like a hobbyist community that think it's one of their balloons. They like let off weather balloons, and they're like, how? Because the Chinese one was massive.
Yeah.
So now we're shooting out tiny like weather balloons, and like a $25 million jet is just firing $50,000 missiles at a hobby balloon.
Yeah. They said that might have cost $12 or something.
Yeah,
But
and,
yes.
and we have no idea what it is because they're not saying anything.
And I've just been seeing. So okay, this is gonna take one of those things where like you have to take your
Tinfoil?
your regular brain off, and we got to go into tinfoil hat mode here because there has been so many videos circulating the web of UFOs in the sky, things flying around, jets chasing this, jets chasing that. Goddamn jets. I've seen so many videos of planes just standing still in the sky. And like all these people driving by and looking up, and there's just this plane that is just stuck in the sky. I saw a video earlier this week of like some dude zooming in onto clouds, and it literally there's just a person like walking on top of the clouds. Okay. So if we were living in a simulation theory, this is where I'm going.
Oh God.
Wouldn't you want to create some kind of world where we never know what's actually happening and what isn't happening?
You mean the Matrix?
Yes. Yes. Like wouldn't you want these kind of random things to happen where like we got to a certain point where we're so technologically advanced with video, type, the deep fake videos, like the big Joe Rogan one that's circulating of the ad that they created for some
AI voice.
the AI thing. Like, wouldn't you want to create some kind of world like this to mask like what really is going on and what really isn't happening? I was in deep thought.
Are you trying to say that like this stuff that we keep seeing is like things bleeding in from what's actually happening?
Yeah.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
We're in the perfect simulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like maybe the UFO stuff is happening on Earth, but it's not supposed to be happening on our Earth. And the timelines we're having an incursion, dude. Like in Marvel, where the timelines are running together and things are popping up and happening that aren't supposed to happen. Like I've seen way too many videos these last 2 weeks of people literally in the middle of fucking nowhere seeing planes that are just stuck floating in the sky.
Yeah.
And again,
I don't like that.
I don't like that. And it's like in my head, I'm like, okay, that video has to be fake, right? But wouldn't that be what they want us to believe, that it's fake?
Well, that's just like the same thing we talked about a few weeks ago when we're like, they throw so many conspiracy theories out where like, and then all of a sudden like people are like, we don't know what's real, what's not. So let's just keep throwing more random shit out so we don't know what's real or what's not.
Yeah.
But you're kind of right. Like the technology we have nowadays to make fake videos is fucking ridiculous.
It's dangerous.
I mean, like, I don't know if you saw this, like Twitch streamers, like super hot streamers, or they're using their deep fakes on like pornography.
I didn't see that.
So that was like a big thing in the past few weeks. But like, you can use anybody's image or whatever and put them into whatever. Are we in a simulation?
It's that technology is just crazy, and it's only going to get crazier. I saw like last week or the week before, Jimmy Kimmel made a video of it was like him talking to himself from 20 years ago.
Damn, no, I didn't see
it
that.
was crazy, and it was completely all just like.
And not the best part, but the worst part is like he didn't have to use a current video of himself. Like someone could just put like an AI of him and an AI of his past him and talk to each other.
Yeah, well, that's basically how I think they made the old version of himself. They took like an old picture and mixed it with AI or whatever, so that it like had the ability to move. And then I don't know if it was a deep fake on the face or I don't know. That technology is wild, but it's clearly just like that easy to do nowadays. That people that can do it.
Haven't they been making movies about like how AI just gets way too advanced and it just fucked us?
Yeah. You should look that video up though. Look up Jimmy Kimmel if you have a chance, like talking to himself.
Yeah, this is a guy off the grid telling you to watch a video and watch that.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it came up on my YouTube feed. But seriously, watch it.
No, it is crazy to think about. We're in an interesting time in our lives and in general human civilization.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a time where we can access everything on our phones to know everything, but we don't know if everything is real what they're telling us.
Right.
One week we should bring tinfoil and I'll just wear tinfoil hats.
I
So
am.
I think that'd be funny.
We
That would
used
be fun.
we used to always talk about doing like a full conspiracy episode. We used to talk about that all the time. Like,
Dude,
let's just
wait,
do an episode where we only talk
can-
about crazy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we should.
Can we make a juice box tinfoil hat and sell it limited time?
We could.
Yes, if you buy a 12-pack of our water, you get a free tinfoil
Tinfoil
hat.
hat.
Yeah,
I like that.
but
Hell of
no,
a promotion.
I don't know. I've just been thinking about it all the time because if you take your living in reality hat off and you put on like an analytical mind, one would assume the way to get people not to be alarmed about this stuff is kind of like what Sith said. Put out so much stuff
Yeah.
that you never know what's real
you
and
can't.
not real.
Yeah, you can't.
And,
Right.
and the most obscure is probably real, and we just like everything's a fucking distraction, dude. Everything's a fucking distraction. Like
Yeah.
why? Like I don't even-
And my boy who used to work at National Tobacco with me, he lives down in like the Hurricane Charleston area, and he got these brand new binoculars and literally was telling me whether they're aliens or not, he sees UFOs flying in the sky from these binoculars almost every night. He's
Wow.
like, it's crazy how many things I see flying around in the sky.
But at the same time, it's just like the U.S. has had this technology of fucking.
Well, and that's the other point. Like that's the other thing. It's like, is it aliens or is it just us with all these capabilities that they're telling everybody it's aliens because they don't want Jimmy across the pond to steal the tech?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking Jimmy.
I lean towards
Son of a
that
bitch.
more. That like a lot of the stuff is just us testing new
Yeah.
tech.
Snowden said it's not aliens.
Stone's a pretty smart fuck.
Dude,
yeah.
we've had like pretty advanced technology that we won't like show.
I've
It's
seen
fun.
Independence Day. I know how it goes.
Dude, and
I seen that.
and the only
Is there
the-
part two?
There
the-
it is. I've never seen.
I never
part,
watched
I've
it. I
never
never
seen
watched it.
part
I never
two.
watched it.
At part one or the first one's actually, I love that movie. It's a
That
good fucking
movie's
movie.
incredible.
the only person in this world that always confuses me about aliens is Bob Lazar. Because he is so fucking convinced and so fucking convincing, and his story never changes up that like in Area 51, however many years ago, that he was working on alien technology.
Right.
And like brought his friends to see it. And it's like, I don't know.
Ass is a hell of a drug.
Acid is one hell of a drug.
Mm,
Dude, his story's wild.
no,
bro.
Bob Lazar.
The
Don't you
re-
think he'd get yopped though?
Well,
if
so
he was
that's
telling the truth?
that's why he came out, because like he had all this information and they were firing him from the project because they were tapping his phones to make sure he wasn't talking about this with anybody. They realized that his wife was cheating on somebody else. Bob didn't know, but the government did, and they were like, this dude is going to be too mentally unstable. We need to fire him. Then once they fired him, he started getting paranoid and was like, they're going to kill me. Like, because I know all
Let's
this
be
stuff.
fucking-
They're
but,
going to
like,
kill
let's
me.
be fucking real. Like the government wouldn't even take all those steps. They would just kill you.
No, agreed. But I think that is the reasoning for him to go public, is because he got ahead of it so quick. He was like, I have to say
If I
this
go
is real.
public, they won't be able to kill me.
Exactly.
Or else people realize.
That it's true.
Right.
Tough.
So I don't know.
Because like if
Yeah.
our government's that inefficient where they can't snip something in the bud like that, like
See, and I agree with that, but then I'm also like, I think at times we give the government too much credit because they're literally people like us running a fucking country.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Right.
if you put any of us in these chairs,
what
dude,
if
we're not going to know what to
what
do.
if they're in a meeting right now? They're like, okay, so what do we do about the juice box?
These guys every week they're fucking starting shit on the web.
I will tell you what you can do. You can hire me and pay me $600,000 a year, and I won't say a fucking
Please.
word.
Please.
Hey,
Facts.
that is okay. So sometimes you
I'll
live
do it
long
for
enough
half
to be
that.
fraud. You live long enough to be
Yeah,
fraud.
I don't know why I threw
Harry.
that number. I would.
Yeah.
It's negotiable.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
that is a negotiable number.
Oh, dude. Well, I think that's it. Unless you guys got anything else.
I think it's been a time.
I think it's been a time. Sorry again for the video watchers. You might as well listen to this week because it's not a good angle at
Hey,
all.
but we still appreciate you.
We
Just
still
know that.
appreciate
Yeah.
you for grinding. Make sure to follow us at the Juice Box. Subscribe to the Juice Box YouTube. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Juice Fisherman. I hope everybody had a very lovely Valentine's Day, and I hope everybody parties very hard this Sunday for the Daytona 500.
Woo!
Let's go, Christopher Bell.
Cannot
Let's
wait.
go, Ty Gibbs. Thank you.
Mosterf, if you have a chance, follow your boy on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, SithX Panda. And I'll be in Charlotte next week, hopefully winning close to $1 million.
That'll pay for me. Good luck, Sith. Follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slider. Follow me on Instagram at the Harry Slider.
Yes, I am social media list. So my name is Czar. That's ZAR. That's ZAR. That's I can't remember JT's thing. So that's
Z as in
it.
zebra, A as in apple, R as in Reebok.
Yes, don't get it twisted.
Bye-bye.